Howdy's gamers, this is Game Sergeant Scurry, and I just wanted to show you, I just wanted to show you, my Amiibos, because um, here shortly, not today obviously, but, eventually I want to do a little Amiibo tournament with these in Smash Brothers, so that we can, no, I don't know, so I can do a Amiibo tournament, but I want to show you, the lineup here, because eventually, well, what I'm going to do after this video is I'm going to have a small straw poll up, and we're going to pick 16 out of the amiibos that I'm showing you now. And, you know, out of these 23 amiibos, um, the top 16 will be in the tournament. So, yeah, uh, I'll probably make it so you can choose 3 of them. That way, uh, picking the top 16 will be a little easy enough to pick the top 16. But anyway, I'm going to show them to you in, the order that I bought them. So, but first I'm going to show you, well, I don't have like a, display case or anything to put them in, but I do have this little glass table that I put them on. It used to be like a small coffee table or like a side table, but I'm using them for the amiibos, and it's actually big enough to hold pretty much at least one of every character in Smash Brothers, which, those are the ones I'm looking for. So, I'll go ahead and start with the first amiibo I got, which is Zelda. Now, I got this one a couple months ago, quite a few months ago, actually, and I got this one because, really, Zelda is my favorite Nintendo character. And, well, specifically, Zelda is my favorite Nintendo series. And um, even though you don't get to play as Zelda, she's the one of the Zelda characters, she's the one I play as most in Smash. And I actually got this one because my sister both got both Zelda and Link before I got any amiibo. So, and I was like, this is really cool. Nintendo's making, you know, basic figures um, of, some of the greatest characters in gaming. It's just like, it's really cool that Nintendo's starting to do that. So, yeah, Zelda was my first amiibo. I'm just going to set that on that stand. The second amiibo I got was Zero Suit Samus. Now, I got her at a GameStop. Actually, I got Zelda at a GameStop too, but I got Samus just because it was the only like non-Mario amiibo at the GameStop, and there were actually quite a few in there. It was like 5 or 6 in there, and which is weird because I thought actually quite a couple of these amiibo I thought were rare, but maybe they're just rare in other places, and like they just are not rare in like my area maybe. But yeah, Zero Suit Samus, she's actually um, she and Zelda are probably my favorite 2 amiibos. But so yeah, that was the first 2. Now the third couple amiibos, actually this is 5 amiibos that I all got on the same day, and the first 3 are the Retro 3-pack amiibos. Now, I wasn't too crazy about having these characters in Smash Brothers because I'm not I don't main Duck Hunt Dog, Rob, or Mr. Game and Watch, but I got it mainly because of the swappable poses for the Mr. Game and Watch, and just to add more amiibos to the collection. But I still trained them enough that you know you can use them in the tournament. But so here's Duck Hunt Dog, and he's I mean the amiibo itself is actually pretty cool. Um, oh, there's a little bit of dust on top of it. But anyway, yeah. So there's Duck Hunt Dog, and we got Rob. Now, despite me not actually liking this character in Smash Brothers, I actually really like this amiibo. It's probably one of the coolest looking ones in the, you know, of the ones I got. And I thought, I thought that if you look closely at Rob Amiibo, there's a little switch like down here to, because that's what the Rob, you know, piece for the original NES look, had on it. And I thought you could actually switch it on and off, but no, it's always in the on, position. But yeah, I thought that was cool. This is probably, like I said, it's probably one of the coolest looking ones in the whole bunch here. And then we got Mr. Game and Watch, and personally I like the little bell better most on the Mr. Game and Watch. I got all the swappable poses, but I prefer the bell. So yeah, there's that. And then the other two amiibos I got, you know, on that same day were Ganondorf, and I got him because he was another, addition to my Zelda, collection of the amiibos. And this is probably one of the, actually, in Smash Brothers, he's probably one of the most powerful, toughest of the amiibos that I've you know, leveled up in the game. And yeah, he's a badass. And then the other amiibo I got, these were all gotten at GameStop. The other amiibo I got was probably my most entertaining character in Smash Brothers to use. The one with probably the most insulting victory, victory pose in the game. Peach, and specifically that's why she's one of my favorite characters to use in Smash Brothers. And this is probably, well, I wouldn't say it's my favorite amiibo, but I'm glad I got this one, even though this is probably one of the most common ones. Actually, um, they didn't have the Smash version of Peach at Target, which is where I looked to get the some of the other amiibos, but all they had was the regular Mario ones, and I wasn't looking for the Mario amiibos at the time. I was just looking for Peach, and they only had the Super Mario versions of her, which I wouldn't have minded, or yeah, minded, but um, I knew the Smash Peaches weren't that rare, so I went over to GameStop and they had them there. So yeah, that was Peach, and now this next uh, 8 amiibos. Yeah, I got 8 amiibos on the same day. Pretty much every time I got a paycheck, I bought well, the first, like 18, 16 amiibos I had, I all got, about 6 of them each on the same day, just because, I don't know, just because I wanted the amiibos. But the next couple of amiibos I got, I just had to get because, I don't know, they're just that cool enough. Now, these aren't Smash amiibos. What are they exactly? They're the Inkling amiibos. I got the Inkling Boy and the Inkling Girl, both at GameStop. Now, oh, there's a little dust on this one. Yeah. Well, they didn't have the squid, the 3-pack at GameStop. And the funny thing is, about 2 months late after I got these amiibos, they did have the, Inkling Squid amiibo. And that at that point in time, I didn't really have a high, really high paycheck. But yeah, I got these just because I had to get them. I mean, they're Inklings, and Splatoon is probably one of my, well, I mean, there's only a few, good multiplayer games on the Wii U, but Splatoon has to be, one of my, if not my favorite game of the year. And I mean, I only have 3 games with me on the Wii U. That's Mario Kart, Smash, and Splatoon. And Splatoon is my favorite of the 3. So yeah. Now, obviously, these aren't going to be in Smash Brothers, but who knows? I mean, there's amiibos, so what's keeping them from being a character in Smash Brothers? Just Sakurai and time itself. Now the rest of these are all characters that can be used in Smash Brothers. Uh, we have, and I got all of these at Target. I got those Inkling ones at GameStop, but I, I wasn't actually planning to get all these, but I thought, it might be a good idea to get these before it's too late. That way, I won't have to worry about these later on when getting all the cool ones. So basically, I got a bunch of the Mario characters. So I've got Luigi. Now this is the one I really didn't hesitate getting because, come on, it's Luigi. He's probably the fan. Well, I don't know, probably the fan favorite of the Mario series, and he's definitely my favorite. In fact, this specifically this pose is why I like this amiibo, not because it's Luigi lean, with the lean, even though I do like this pose. It's because one of my drill sergeants when I was in um, basic training for the army. His name, well, we call we had. I mean, his name was Drill Sergeant Green. They we don't know his. I don't. I actually really don't remember his first name, but you don't call him by their first name. But he had this thing that we kind of made fun of him for. Every time he'd like go to attention, he'd kind of lean forward, and everyone made fun of him for it. Uh, we actually sort of made fun of it of him for it almost to his face, in a in a subtle way. But I got this because it's like I just had to. It's green lean. I mean, look at it. It's green Luigi and it leans. So yeah. And then of course we got Mario, Fireball Mario. I mean, pretty basic. Then I got Donkey Kong. Now I wasn't sure how easy to get Donkey Kong was, so there was only one of these at Target, and actually I haven't seen any Donkey Kong amiibos ever since I got this one. So this might be, a relatively rare one. So I'm actually glad I got this one. I'm actually not sure how good he is in Smash Brothers. I mean, I have, trained around with him, but I honestly don't remember like, how, bad he screwed, the other amiibos up. But anyway, then I got Dr. Mario. Now, I actually, this amiibo was actually pretty interesting because, well, not about how I got it, but what I found out about it. Now, this is the first amiibo I found out that you could actually use, you know, different versions of each character in certain games, specifically Mario Kart 8. Now, this, I used obviously I scanned the amiibos to get the, me costumes in Mario Kart 8. Now, I did not know that this Dr. Mario would give you regular Mario's costume. And then that got me thinking, what if I used Zero Suit Samus, on Mario Kart 8? And what do you know? I got Samus's outfit, not Zero Suit, but regular Samus's outfit. And I thought that was really cool. So, yeah, I mean, and honestly, I kind of prefer the Dr. Mario style over the regular Mario, but, it's good to have all those. Now, I got this amiibo by accident, and um, it's not a Smash Brothers series amiibo. It's the Super Mario series amiibo, and I got this by accident because, and this is gonna sound kind of stupid, but I thought this was the Smash Brothers, series amiibo. Uh, it's Bowser. Now, the pose. I mean, they're not the same. Obviously, I think this one's a bit bigger, but um, the pose is close enough to where I honestly thought it was the um, Smash Brothers series amiibo. And the stupidest thing was the actual Smash Brothers series amiibo was like right next to this one. And I was actually contemplating, should I get Bowser? Or can I just come back next time? And then, surely enough, I got Bowser, but I got the wrong Bowser. I just reached out and grabbed this one, even though I had planned to get the Smash Brothers Bowser. But I'm not. I don't really regret getting this Bowser because it's still pretty cool looking and it's actually a lot bigger. And yeah, and actually in Smash Brothers, he's a beast. He's probably as beastly as Ganondorf is. So yeah, pretty cool. And the last amiibo I got on that same day at Target was Olimar. And I got this one because it was the only one there, and I thought he was rare. Um, now, or at least, semi-rare, because I seen these a couple times at GameStop, but I only saw these at GameStop after I bought them. This one at Target, and this was the only one at Target, so I thought, this one, I hadn't seen a Olimar amiibo in the stores yet. Uh, Even though this one's probably a little more newer than some of their even some of even if those are newer than some of the others. I think this one came out with the retro 3-pack. So yeah, but anyway, pretty cool. And then the this next amiibo I got, I wasn't too excited to get, but I love the Pokemon series, and I thought, I could not get this one just because it's Pikachu, and I just I don't like Pikachu in Smash Brothers. Um, just because every time I go up against, mainly because whenever I go up against Pikachu, now this and I would think that if you have a Pikachu amiibo and you've used him in Smash Brothers, then you would know that like trying to train this amiibo is like pretty much when you try and train them, they always um, spam the thunder attack, and well, this one's no different. So yeah. Now the next amiibo, this one I did not get by accident, but I got on purpose because the other versions were apparently rare in my area. They might actually be rare for real, but it's Yoshi. Now, I, I looked in pretty much every store I could think of. Um, Walmart, Target, GameStop. Um, I looked through two GameStops, one Walmart, a Target, and a Toys R Us. No Yoshi. In fact, none of the exclusives at each of them stores were at the respective stores. But um, one GameStop in Opry Mills Mall had this Yoshi amiibo. Now um, I was kind of disappointed that I couldn't find a Smash Yoshi, but this Yoshi still, I mean, as long as I have Yoshi, I'm okay. And I really did not want to get the wool, Yoshi amiibo because um, kind of mainly because of uniformity. Like I probably wouldn't be able to fit uh, the yarn Yoshi on the shelf with all the other ones. I mean, even though I still wouldn't mind having that Yoshi, you know, I'd still rather have the figure Yoshi. So yeah, there we go. And then the next amiibo I got was Pac-Man. Now, this one I actually got a week after I saw it, which was crazy because I didn't even think it would be there the week, later in the week. But I got this one because GameStop hid it in the back of all the other amiibos. Now, um, as soon as I went into the GameStop, I saw pretty much every amiibo I have there was there, or every amiibo was there I already had. But And except for this one, now I didn't have quite a paycheck for me to want to, be able to get this. I mean, I had enough money to get it, but if I bought it, I'd be pretty low. But um, so I just looked in there and I'd seen, oh, what was it? I didn't touch it. All I saw was the cardboard, and I was like, I was glad it was in the back. Now, by in the back, I mean there were like 5 boxes in front of it, and I was like, oh, I I don't know if I should get this now or wait a week, and because because I was short on cash, but um, surely enough, it was there the next week. So yeah, I got Pac-Man, and this was the only third-party amiibo that I've seen, near me. Only third-party only third-party amiibo I've seen so far. In real life, not. I mean, I've seen them on, uh, you know, TV, YouTube videos and stuff, but I haven't been seen it, around in any stores. Now the next amiibo um, was a lot rarer than I'd hoped it was. And the funny thing was, my sister had this amiibo, and I was almost kind of jealous she had it, and I didn't have it because she got it relatively easily, and it took me weeks to find this amiibo, and it's Link. Now, this is one of the ones I wanted the most. Obviously, I wanted to kind of complete my Zelda collection, uh, you know, thing. But and don't even get me started on. Well, I'll talk about this later. But it took me forever to find this one. Now, I actually had to put this one on hold for GameStop because, uh, like the day I got Pac-Man, um, was like the day I ran out of um, like money for me to get this. Not that I was out of money for good, but I needed money for something else. So I saw this one in there, and I was like, oh, I want to get that one so bad, but I can't today. So I just asked the GameStop to just put it on hold for me, and I actually missed it the next day, but they still had it on hold. So I went in the day after, and surely enough, they had it in there for me. So yeah, that's Link. And now these two are actually a prize one for me. Now well, one of them is pretty much regarded as probably the rarest, if not one of the rarest amiibos to find, and it's Marth. And I got this one with Shulk, and these were probably the easiest amiibos for me to get. When I got the Link amiibo, as soon as I got when I put the amiibo on hold, the register the one person at the register told me that Best Buy had a restock of all the really rare amiibos, and obviously I had to check out how uh, how close Best Buy was from where I live because I don't generally go to Best Buy for anything. Actually, the last time I went to Best Buy was just to get this camera and you know that headset, and pretty much everything I use for these videos I got at Best Buy. But um, I wasn't aware that they sold amiibos, but surely enough, I got Marth and Shulk, and this was a tough one for me. I was debating on whether I should get Marth. They had a ton of them. They had pretty much all the really rare ones. You had Marth, you had Shulk, you had Lucario, a lot of exclusives too, like ones you could only find in Toys R Us. There was Greninja, there was Fox, Falco, Captain Falcon, um, Charizard. He's not that rare, but and Charizard. They had Dark Pit. I think they have more Dark Pits in there than everything else. And good God, there was a ton of all the rare ones. They even had Lucario. I think I already mentioned that, but Lucario in there too. Ton of exclusives. But I wanted to get two of them that seemed like the most rare, and I was really debating on whether I should get the Falcon, Captain Falcon, or Shulk. And the store clerk said that I might as well get Shulk because he's a GameStop exclusive, and those might run out pretty soon. So I was like, yeah. I mean, I kind of want to, you know, keep up the swords. You know what I mean? And I just had to get Marth because Fire Emblem. Well, Fire Emblem Awakening is probably my favorite game on the 3DS. And this isn't Robin or Lucina. If Robin or Lucina was there, I'd just have been like, fuck this, I'm getting those. But yeah, um, Marth and Shulk, really cool amiibos, really rare, and really lucky that day. And the funny thing was, every single one of these amiibos, or of the amiibos I mentioned that were at that Best Buy, there were at least 5 of each. And there were even more of like Dark Pit, like I said. But after those amiibos, I hadn't got, or no, the next week I got only one amiibo, and that was um, uh, Charizard. Now, funny thing, um, after training Charizard in Smash Brothers, um, of course, this amiibo is probably one of my favorites, just because Pokemon is pretty nostalgic series for me, and having Charizard, at least for me, is one of my favorite Pokemon in the game. But anyway, love Charizard, and what the funny thing is, after training Charizard, like he became my, I wouldn't say my main, but like my secondary. Robin's my favorite personally, but after training Charizard, like I don't know, something clicked where like I just had to use Charizard, and he's probably the one I took the longest, or probably took the least to train. But like his style just got you know maybe I got so used to his style so quickly, and I was like, wow, Charizard's my new main, or at least my new secondary. But yeah, so that's Charizard, and now the next amiibo um, was pretty like hype for me because, well, it was after the mention of Cloud in Smash Brothers, but it's obvious it's not Cloud. But I wasn't aware that this amiibo was out yet until then. I kind of keep up with you know the dates and stuff of when the amiibos come out, but I kind of forgot by then, and I just looked at them once and I was like, okay, I'll remember them. Surely enough, I forgot, but like after that direct that came out, I was like, you know what? I think this amiibo is already out. I'm gonna go over to Target and see what I could find. And surely enough, Mewtwo. Yeah, I got Mewtwo, and I wasn't sure how rare these would be right off the bat. In fact, I thought these would probably be the ones, like the rarest ones from day one. I know there's a ton of people who would love to have a Mewtwo amiibo and probably already have Mewtwo, but you know I thought this one wouldn't even be there. So it was like a shot in the dark for me. And actually, there's no more. Yesterday, or no, the day before, when I went to get some amiibos, there weren't any there. So yeah, Mewtwo, just Mewtwo. That's all I need to say. I mean, if he was that big of a surprise, for DLC in Smash Brothers, I mean, why wouldn't he be something I would want as an amiibo as well? And now these final two amiibos were actually kind of similar in that they have sort of a similar name. Now these amiibos, um, I also got at Best Buy. I went to Best Buy one more time last night, right? Yeah, the day I got all this equipment. Yeah, the camera and the microphone and something else. Oh yeah, these amiibos. Oh, and a second, what do you call it? HDMI cable, so I can record stuff off my TV. But anyway, I got Falco and Captain Falcon, both at Best Buy, with all the equipment I bought at Best Buy. Now, Falco, um, this one was like kind of a hard pick for me because I wasn't sure whether I wanted to get Falco or Fox. And it wasn't until I thought maybe I should get Captain Falcon, and then that's when it hit me. Why don't I just get both the Falcons? And I kind of like Falco better than Fox, so yeah. And well, these are actually the last Amiibos I've gotten too, which I think I already said that, but yeah. Um, Now I haven't actually trained these yet, but I'm actually gonna train these tonight. In fact, um, maybe tomorrow morning or tomorrow I might actually train these on stream or something, or just maybe a little montage um, video or something. I don't know. You tell me, but yeah, I'm actually glad I got these too because I know for a fact that Captain Falcon is at least semi-rare, and I'm not sure how rare this one is, but it might be an exclusive. I know Fox is rare, but anyway, yeah, I got the Falcon and the Falco. So yeah, that's my Amiibo collection, and that was all 25 of them. 23 if you don't count the Splatoon ones. Now, I'll like I said before, I'll leave a link in the description of the list of all 25 of these Amiibos, and you'll what you will do for this Amiibo tournament that I want to hold, eventually, is pick 4 of the Amiibos that you want to see, and basically all the top 16 Amiibos will be in the bracket, and then we'll have a tournament of the Amiibos, from and we'll go from there. So go ahead and leave me a comment and stuff like that, and that's pretty much it. So take care and carry on.